On this episode of What Does the XJ Need Now? So last weekend, I took the XJ out and got a little aggressive on a hill climb. After that, I started developing a clunk in the front and a weird kind of scraping sound in the rear. So now I'm trying to figure out what the clunk in the front is, and I believe it is the front upper control arm mount. It's hard to see right now, but if you look, there's bits and pieces missing off the front bushing. It's hard to see. So what I'm going to do is jack the Jeep up, get as much droop as I can so I have enough space to get into the mount, because I'm going to use a ball joint press it out, take a look. Regardless, I want to change them. These bushings came off I believe a 94, if I'm not mistaken, a 94 Cherokee, and they've never been changed as far as I know. Mine's a 98. This is a junkyard axle that I'm using to get through this through the season. So I'm going to go ahead, jack the XJ up as high as I can and get as much droop as I can. I might end up pulling the track bar if I can't get enough space. So let's go ahead and do that now. Alright, that looks like it might be good, so let's go ahead and give this a try. So there's going to be a little difference between what you might have to do at home and what I have to do. Now, I'm running a 3-link, so I only have to focus on this one mount right here. There's this passenger side mount. This is going to be kind of done the same. The little difference is you might want to put a piece of metal in between here that's running about the same distance, same thickness here. Because when you compress this back through, this metal tends to kind of compress. So what you might want to do is just stick a piece of metal or something in here to keep this compressing. From my understanding, this one tends to come out a little bit easier as opposed to this. This is cast, it's right on the pumpkin. So this one might fight a little bit more, but I only have to focus on the one mount. In fact, I might end up actually just cutting this off. So everybody's attack is going to be slightly different depending on what you're running for suspension. I'm lucky; I just have to focus on this. So let's see how it goes. And that was my shit. Damn, that kind of hurt. Okay. And that was my shin again. So, if the bolt doesn't want to come out real good, I like to grab a smaller wrench that will, smaller than the head of what you're trying to take off, but bigger than the shank of the bolt. And kind of use it as a pry bar that hits both sides of the bolt. To get that upper control arm bushing out, I'm going to use a combination between a ball joint press and my axle bearing kit. This is actually a really cool kit because it has a lot of different adapters at different sizes for a little bit of everything. So I'm going to go ahead and give a combination of these two kits a stab at getting that bushing out. Alright, Alright, so we have our old bushing, new bushing, world of difference. So obviously this has a little bit more of a taper to it than this, but basically you seat this in and I think you get it right up to just about there. But the thing I kind of really, here's my bolt, pretty good, pretty good tolerance. So my bolt has pretty good tolerance in there. Let me take the washer off. Very little play. This one, a lot of play. So I'm thinking I probably expanded this when I jumped the XJ over the weekend. So this should hopefully clear up a lot of my clunking sound. Basically, it's just the arm running the length of the give in the bushing and then the play in the sleeve. So let's start the restall, or we'll start putting everything back. Yeah, I think we're good. Yep. I would say we're okay. All right, cool. So, now that we got that in, I can go ahead, put our control arms down. Put this out of here. And of course, in all the fun, the control arm might have shifted backwards, especially if you have a 3-link. So you might have to put a jack under the front or the back of the pinion there, underneath the pinion, lift it up just to kind of make sure you get your caster angle right and you get the bolts lined up. So let's do that. Gently rotate the axle forward by lifting up right under the pinion. And do my best to try to line this up. This is when a punch comes into play. So I, according to Iron Rock, who makes my 3-link, I want to go ahead and go to 60 foot-pounds on this one. Yeah, folks, make sure if you take washers off, put them back on. So, the saving grace here is that it's on the nut side, so it won't be as bad. for the bushings, I went and used a K3128 bushing kit. This comes with a kit of 2. Obviously I only needed to use 1 because I'm on a 3-link, but if you want to do both, they're included in this kit. I will link those down below. So now that I've got that taken care of, I'm going to do a quick test drive, make sure everything's good, and move on to the next project.